Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome into the GC Roundup presented by Clint Hammond of the Mortgage Network, where we keep you up to speed on everything you need to know in Gamecock Nation. I'm your host, Kendall Smith, and this week we're talking about the quarterback competition at South Carolina. Who will be QB1 during week 1 of the football season? Well, it's a question we're all dying to know the answer to, and we'll talk about it more on today's episode. Plus, running back Kevin Harris was back on the practice fields on Tuesday following a minor back procedure he underwent this summer. More on his condition heading into week 1 of the season. All of that and more on today's edition of the GC Roundup, so let's get into it. It is officially episode 3 of the GC Roundup. Thank you all so much for joining me at home. I have to say, time really flies when you're having fun, and I have been having a blast creating this show for you all over the past couple of weeks. And I have to say, we're trying to make improvements each and every week on the show. So an improvement for this week, a brand new background. I finally am more spirited for the South Carolina Gamecocks. I hope that you all like it. I'm trying to work with the area I have, so hopefully it looks a little bit better back here. Plus, I have a brand new microphone as well to help with the audio quality. So trying to improve things as the weeks go on, but without further ado, we'll go ahead and hit the headlines for this week in South Carolina athletics. Just last week, it was announced that all student sections across South Carolina athletics will have a new name, and that is the Cockpit. The Cockpit has been the unofficial name of South Carolina athletic student sections over the past few years, but it was deemed official last week by the athletic department. To find out more on the Cockpit, you can head over to Twitter and search at SC_Cockpit. If you think you have what it takes to join the South Carolina baseball team, well, your time to shine is on September 8th at 3 p.m. at Founders Park. That's when walk-on tryouts will be held for the 2021 baseball season. The press release was sent out on Tuesday afternoon, again, September 8th, 3 p.m. at Founders Park. Who will make the South Carolina baseball team as a walk-on? We'll find out soon.
We're just wondering, I don't think you get enough credit for your legs. You got some really nice calves, so I just want to tell you.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I got a lot to hold up. Got a lot of weight to hold up on that. So, yeah.
Just want to throw that out there. That's from the whole team. That's not just from me. So.
Switching gears to the gridiron on Tuesday afternoon, offensive coordinator for South Carolina, Marcus Satterfield, spoke to the media about the quarterback competition going on right now for the Gamecocks, and he said a decision has not been made yet. They're trying to make it as soon as possible, but they are not trying to rush it. Here's more on what coaches and players had to say about the quarterback competition with week 1 just a little over a week away.
You can talk to Coach Beamer. I ain't going to talk about any quarterbacks today. Appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. He's doing pretty good. He's talented. He knows what to do. He's an older guy. He's one of those guys that's he's pushing Connor, he's pushing Colton, he's pushing JB to just be the best of them because that's serious competition.
When do you guys want to have a definite, this guy's gonna take the ball? What is the day that you want to have a definite starter in place?
Sooner rather than later, but I think that we're doing our due diligence right now just to make sure that we're getting as much information on these guys as we possibly can. This yesterday was a week for Zeb playing quarterback, so just giving it time to see how his reps, how they turn out, and continuing to push JB. JB and Colton both had one of their best weeks.
If you're watching this edition of the GC Roundup on the Insiders Forum, leave a comment below and let me know who you think is going to start at quarterback on week 1 of the South Carolina football season. It's certainly going to be an interesting story to watch unfold over this next week. But switching gears to women's soccer, the South Carolina women's soccer team defeated the College of Charleston on Sunday 3-0 in their season opener. And tonight they are headed to East Carolina University to take on the Pirates at 7 p.m. They'll head to Raleigh on Sunday to take on NC State at 1 p.m. and that game will be broadcast on the ACC network. Now, head coach Shelly Smith will be sitting down with Gamecock Central in an exclusive interview later this week, so keep your eyes open for that one because you don't want to miss it. Now, I don't just have some good news for you this week, Gamecocks. I have some great news for you. On Wednesday, running back Kevin Harris was participating in non-contact drills at practice, and Harris is hopeful to participate in Game 1 of the season on September 4th against Eastern Illinois. Here's what offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield had to say on Wednesday afternoon.
Looked good. Got some individual time with him, some backfield, some run timing with the quarterbacks, and I didn't even realize that he was in there. And we ran a rep. I was like, I had to double take and see him. So he looks good, and he's got a big old smile on his face, and you can tell that he's ready to roll. He's just waiting for somebody to, cut the chain loose and go.
On Wednesday, the SEC coaches, all SEC preseason teams came out, and 4 Gamecocks were highlighted on those teams. Kingsley, a.k.a. JJ Enigbare, was on the first team for the Gamecocks. On the second team was running back Kevin Harris, and on the third team, Zach Pickens and Nick Muse. We've got a new segment now on the GC Roundup, and it's called Throwback Thursday. And this really isn't that much of a throwback because it was only last Friday, but I feel like it would be wrong if I didn't give a shout out to the 2021 GC Kickoff Party at Steel Hands Brewing, and a huge shout out to Eric Kimry and Shane Beamer for coming out to join us. Check out what they had to say to all of our awesome fans who joined us at the Kickoff Party.
Together, and you guys are creating that energy as well, so thank you. It is felt in recruiting, I promise you, and thank you so much. Love being back. It's a dream being back here. The best days of South Carolina football are about to take place. Till my dying day, I'll be a South Carolina Gamecock.
All right, that's going to do it for episode 3 of the GC Roundup presented by Clint Hammond of the Mortgage Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in at home. I am so excited for next week already. It's just such a highlight of my week to be able to sit down and talk Gamecock sports with you all. I really appreciate you tuning in, and be sure to check out GamecockCentral.com for more, including an exclusive interview with head coach of the South Carolina women's soccer team, Shelly Smith, coming up later this week on GamecockCentral.com. That's going to do it for me. I'm your host, Kendall Smith. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and don't forget, it's always a great day when you get to be a Gamecock. I'll see you later.